Hey everyone, No Respawns here. I hope you're having a grand week. So I haven't done a video in a while because I have been slowly building up Green Top Nursery. This is actually an earlier save of it. This isn't actually the state it is right now. Because the reason being is I had a cool idea for a video which will give you guys something that hopefully should give you a few ideas for your settlements, but also means that I don't have to feel guilty about the fact that this still isn't done. So what I wanted to do in this video, if the title of the video didn't give it away, is I'm going to show you how to build streets. And what I mean by that is, a lot of the time when I do tours and when other people do kind of detailed tours of settlements, they tend to have loads of details everywhere, and it tends to be, it's difficult for you to kind of go, okay, but what's that, what's that, what's that? So I'm going to kind of show you how to do something that should add a little bit of texture and kind of just character to your settlements without necessarily kind of being as such an actual structure. Because what I like to do is when I get areas like this, right, so I've got this walkway here, so I can't really build a building here in the same way, I can put that trailer and fit it in there. I can't really do much with this area with my little kind of guard posts I've got there, but what I can do is basically add a load of detail and turn it into a little street, which is what we're gonna do right now. I love building little streets, and I kind of tend to kind of mentally quadrant up my base as I'm kind of building areas and think, right, okay, this entire area needs a set piece, this needs a set piece. So the set pieces here is a street. So it's going to look a little bit like this one over here. So it's like this, where I've kind of added, this one actually a bit more detail than this one. This one's, I think this must have been before I started decorating this. But as you can see, I've kind of added loads of bits and pieces, so it adds a lot of texture, but there's not really much actually there. But it just kind of fills the void. Like I've done it a lot with this area as well in the finished product, which will be sometime next week. So let's just jump straight into it. So I'm using the USO integrated mod just because this has loads of bits and pieces. You might not want to use that, so your menu will look a little bit different, but usually you should have bits like this in whatever mods. I don't think vanilla actually has these without... Actually, no, I think it does. I think vanilla does. So in place of, for example, the plywood I'm going to use, you could instead use... which is what I did back before we got mods. Back in the day, is I would sink bits like this into the floor. So it's the same effect. I'm going to do the plywood. You can use those, but for the sake of, well, the fact that I do have the options, I'm going to use lots of plywood. So first and foremost, though, we're going to put, and if you watched my 10 pines video, you'll know I'm absolutely obsessed with these now. I love when the menu doesn't load up properly. Is these bits right at the end. So I'm in the fences, chain link, chain fence section, and right at the end are these things. And I absolutely adore these because they just add a lot of structure. I'm a big fan of, I remember back in the day when I used to, in the earlier days of the Fallout videos, I used to do a lot of things like this where I'm like almost art theory, basically in my own little amateurish way. And it just looks really cool popping these in, so that's what we're going to do. I love them. I love them. And I think they love me too. So I'm using the old pillar glitch. Obviously, you can, use place anywhere, whichever mod you're using, if you don't use a pillar, but I like a pillar. Who doesn't love a good pillar? So we're going to put it on this side. I'm trying to remember how I actually built it. Built it a few days ago, last week. I like to kind of basically, I'm going to turn this into a little corridor. I remember back in the day, I think in my original version of Green Top, I actually basically did a similar thing, but with like no mods. I'm just going to move that over there because it's in the way of my hopes and dreams. So I kind of built loads of walkways. I like turning it into a little kind of enclosed area. It looks neat. Cool. If you're watching this video live, it has been about nearly 3 weeks since I did a video. Purely, it is the summer, and I've been out and about. And it's hot. And also, if you hadn't noticed, these builds take bloody ages. But I'm going to try and fill the downtime while I'm building other stuff with smaller, shorter fun videos like this. So that is the idea. Okie dokie. So I'm going to do one on the other side. Is that straight? I'm not going to get too obsessed. It is straight-ish. I'm not going to get too obsessive about being perfect for the sake of this video because obviously I'm actually further ahead in my actual build. I just want to show you guys kind of the premise. I'll make sure to get these the right height though. It's about... Yeah, okay, cool. I'm using, where you can see the wall there, I'm using that as a reference for how high it needs to be. Because I want them mostly even. That's a little bit off-center, but I won't tell anyone if you guys don't. I've had so much fun building Green Top. It's one of my favourite settlements, for the fact is that it kind of merges the style of about 3 or 4 different settlements together. So you kind of have the Sanctuary House, then you have something kind of 10 Pinesy, or just kind of more, just a more of a generic settlement, so it allows you to kind of mix certain vibes together. It's cool. I likes it. Alright, okay, so we've done these bits. Right, now we're going to add some plywood and bits and pieces down the walkways. If you kind of pay attention to a lot of my modded settlements, I do this a lot, and it's just a really cool way to just kind of add a lot of texture, a lot of... when you don't know what to do, basically. When in doubt, put stairs everywhere. I'm going to try and see if I can be slightly more efficient and put some pallets down over here. Let's put one of those. Cool. What I used to, and I'll do it once actually, is I used to use, as I said, the little small floors. I just like the look of the pallets a little bit more than the small floors, but I try and mix... oh, don't do that. No, don't do that. There we go. It did that, by the way, because I placed the item next to the pillar and then picked the pillar up, which causes it to sort of jump up. It's the order you place the item in causes it to do that. In case you were curious. Let's have some of these then. I remember I posted about this on Twitter the other day, which is why people seem to really like it. I posted a little video of me walking around through it, which what kind of prompted me to do this little video now. Because I realise it's the kind of stuff which, collectively, bits like this are what turn your settlement from being kind of like, yeah, that's all right, to, ooh, that looks really, really lived in and real. And it occurs to me that unless I actually point out that I've done this, it might not be obvious to some of you that you can do stuff like this. But you can, and it looks cool. And you should. But yeah, this took me, like the one, obviously I'm doing this quite fast now because I've already built this. So I'm basically just replicating what I've done kind of a few days ago. But like, it took me about 2 hours to do it. This is why my settlements take ages to do, because, yeah. Oh, I've left a few of my, I think I put my lights down. I've got some, like, invisible lights in there. I must have just put them in when I reloaded this save. Or rather, this save must be just after I put them in. Okie dokie, let's put another one of these. Like, even with me knowing what to do, you can see how long this has taken. I mean, it took a while. It took a while, but it's cool. I'm going to put the plywood on under the top, and it's going to sort of break out the texture a little bit. Alright, let's do that. I love doing this. It's very zen. What I've been doing recently, if you're just not watching this video live, but just generally a good pro tip if you're, like, kind of bored while you're building, because you want the satisfaction of this cool little settlement, right? I've been listening to so many podcasts. I just, really, really good. Can recommend. I try and watch stuff sometimes when I'm doing this, but to be honest, I can never pay attention to stuff I watch. But stuff I listen to, absolutely banging. Is that, that one? I've been listening to the No Sleep podcast. Can recommend. It's really good, really creepy. Some of the episodes are hit and miss, but it's like 1 in 10 might be less good. And it's less not good and more just personal preference, not for me. Right, okie dokie, nearly done, and we can add the details to the side. See, already this is starting to add like a lot more life to this section, right? Like I've actually, there's a sense of, the way I kind of think about it when I'm doing my settlements, and this is actually a thing for like any kind of game where you build stuff, is it's like where the eye is following. What was it? My friend used to, whenever he'd make like a really average meal, I think he would like when he would cut a sandwich into a funny shape, and he'd be like, the first bite is with the eye. Obviously, he's only making a sandwich, but it was just it's a good. It's a good. He was being obviously quite sarcastic when he said it as well, but it's a good kind of frame of reference. Like, you kind of want everywhere you look to stand out in some way. And if you don't have like a building or a structure there, you kind of almost sort of manufacture one. I love doing it. I absolutely adore putting plywood everywhere as well. Everyone loves plywood. You all love plywood. Don't admit it. Make sure to mix the colours up a little bit so you're not using the same one. Also, some of the plywood, as you can see, kind of sort of sinks into the ground. Big fan of the blue one. Like the blue one. 10 out of 10. See, look at that. Yeah. Loves me some plywood. Oh, you love to see it. Right, we're going to put some bits around the ends here. Oh, yeah, you may notice why I have loads of wood over here. This is just wool bits that I brought specifically to sort of speed up the process a wee bit. It does occur to me that I could have probably gotten a few of them in first before I did the wool, but it's fine. Come on, there we go. Go green, you prick. Thank you. Put some fences down. Oh yeah, one of the reasons why I remember why I usually don't use the floors is because if I like to put like shack railings around the sides of things, and often the floors just like to enthusiastically the railings rather like to enthusiastically snap to the floors. Never liked you anyway. Oh, fuck's sake, fine. Apparently this one wants to... But like already, it's just starting to pop. So what we'll quickly do is we'll add some details from the outside. Put some lighting in. Put a few bits and pieces. And then we can take a look. This plywood is actually from one of the wall sets. I think it's Aslam's Junk Walls. I would show you where it is in the menu. It's out of outside. It's outside the actual build menu in the normal one. The reason I'm not going to show you is because it's notoriously crashy after the major update. So I don't want it to crash on and have to redo the entire video. But really good. Can recommend. Always quick save when you open it up though. Like to the point where it will actually like this is the state of the game right now with a lot of mods. It will actually crash when you go near the menu that it's in. So yeah, be careful with that one. But once you've got all the stuff placed down, very good. Can recommend. So let's put a bit... And then I liked to... I'm just going to grab all the bits that I've got up here so they're used up. And then I'm going to put some... Actually, let's do that first. So I've got some... So this mod should be okay. See, it's when I go to the fence section, it crashes. But I can't remember for the life of me, I'm afraid to say what this mod is in. But this mod here has some of these, which I quite like putting in. Probably should have rug glitched them in. Oh, yeah. But before we do those, let's put a couple of those down. We'll put... No, get that one. That one. Oh, apparently had loads of those. And we'll put that one there. Cool. This is a thing. And this is actually one of the things that, in many cases, makes, or not breaks it, but, like, adds that last bit of, oh, okay, because I like to have ceilings. And I've completely recently fallen in love with this red tarp, specifically this one. So if you look around Diamond City, these are everywhere. Like, absolutely everywhere. And they're basically just bolted on the side of buildings, which is what we're going to do. The good thing about them is you can actually rug glitch, rug glitch them quite easy. My mouth's a bit tongue-tied. If you're watching this video live, basically what I've been doing all day is painting Warhammer for like 8 hours, 5 maybe. Quite a lot. So my brain is a little bit mush right now. Look at that, loves it. I'd already put those bits at the top here because I know exactly how high this is going to be. I'm going to only have one top. I've made it a little bit differently than how I did before, but it'll still look cool. So I'm going to sort of put it about there. Now, I'm not actually going to remove this rug, this visible rug here, because it'll actually make it sink into the ground. or it sometimes flies up. I'm going to use these as sort of supports. There we go. Just adds a little bit of a roof. I actually had 2 of them before, I believe, in the original one that I've got, so I will get rid of that. Hello. There you go. Let's put some supports. Is that little mild panic whenever I go through any of the menus that it's going to crash? But I appear to be okay. Maybe add that one. Well, that might look nice, actually. Like, already, look at that. The whole thing is transformed. I'm just going to put these in there really quickly. We will rug glitch them all in for the sake of expediency. And I'm going to add some lighting. And then we're good to go, I think. I think I actually do have some spotlights there already. I think this save was just after I'd done the lights. I have to, at some point, organise all my saves, because they're a little bit messy. And I'm on Xbox, and it will almost certainly have a limitation. But yeah, I love doing this, and I can really recommend you give this kind of technique a shot. Where's my rugs gone? I've gone and lost my rugs. Oh, there's one. My rugs have gone. But you can kind of, this whole technique, like, so this is obviously, I'm doing replicating a specific thing I did the other day. But you can kind of do this kind of thing for just this kind of concept. I did it a lot with quite a lot of my builds, actually. And it's like, right, okay, I have this open space that I kind of sort of need to do something with. I don't think this one's going to go in because it's the one with the... I wanted that one. That was the one I wanted. No, lost a rug. In my attempt to be efficient, I've actually just misplaced the rug. Where's the rug gone? There it is. Look at that gorge. I'll get rid of that one. Let's have it so it's barricaded this side. And then rugged that side. Lovely. Not rugged this side. Whatever those are called. Sandbagged. That's the word that I've apparently just forgotten. Sandbagged. It's sandbagged that side. Right, okay. I'm only going to do this part. We'll do it a bit quicker. Because you can mix it up as well. No. I do like these little build videos. I haven't done one of these in ages. Just generally, don't stick to that. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, fuck's sake. This is what I mean about. That's why I usually don't use the little platforms, because I'd forgotten how annoying that was. It's like, have you got to do that, loves. Right, we'll put something else there. There's one here, which shouldn't shut. There we go. I'm actually going to put it there as well. Let's put... does anybody else have their favourite railing? This is my favourite railing. I don't know why it's my favourite railing. I just think it looks cool. Apparently it doesn't want to snap, so I'm going to put my favourite railing out. This is a little bit off-centre, but... Again, don't judge. One thing I realised is a lot of my videos could be half the length if I didn't spend so long aligning things. I'm like, yeah, it maybe doesn't have to be flawless. Yeah, maybe it could be a little bit off-centre and it's fine. Look at that! Alright, I've got one more thing. Let's add some lanterns, because I think it needs some lanterns. Oh, I thought the menu had crashed then. I can't for the life remember what mod this is as well, I'm afraid. but it's one that gives these nice little lanterns in different things. Stick there. Oh, that's floating. We don't like that. Better. And I'll put one here. Absolutely gorgeous. See, look at that. It just completely transforms the area, and it's so simple to do. Like once this one took me a couple hours purely because I was trying to get a concept. But like this idea of like, you know, I'm gonna use these plus the tarp, as I said. I mean, this one, I think when I'd done it, I hadn't actually put the lights or anything up, but it follows the same kind of premise. And that way, this area that I've got here, even though it doesn't actually have anything in it other than these guard posts, still kind of feels like a set piece. In a lot of ways, and like I haven't done any like junk decoration in these yet. There are no crates, you know. I'm gonna add so many bits and pieces down here that it's gonna look really, really cool. Anyhow, I hope they gave you a few ideas. I know it's a bit of a different video. I haven't done a video if you're watching in like nearly 3 weeks, purely because I've been building up Green Top and it's August, so I've just been hot and in beer gardens. But yes, anywho, hope you guys found that interesting. Try and use this concept because it's really cool, and it's just an amazing way to just sort of make your settlements pop, because you can kind of add texture to areas that aren't really an area at all, in many ways. But yes, I will have a Green Top. Green Top? Yeah, Green Top. It is Green Top, I know. I haven't saying the wrong settlement for ages. Green Top. I'll have Green Top decorated sometime next week. Apologies for the slight slowdown in the videos if you're watching this live. It's purely just because it's the summer, and at the moment the only videos I want to make are Fallout build videos, which means they just take a while to do. I will be moving again in a couple of months to somewhere that has good internet, in November specifically, so in situations like this where my videos are taking a long time, I will just start streaming again, but that's going to be about 2 months. So, anywho, I love you all. You enjoy your weekend, and I'll speak to you absolutely lovely bunch of reprobates soon. You take care.